Emotional maturity is a state few of us ever reach, or at least not for very long. But it may help us to try to lay out what some of the ingredients are so that we can have an idea of what we might aim for. If we were to grow into emotionally mature people, this is some of what we would have learned how to be. We would strive to understand the specific ways in which our childhoods had made us crazy. We would accept that most of what we are is shaped by relatively small events that unfold before we are 10 years old. We would probably go and find a good therapist. There we would start to notice the patterns. Perhaps we wouldn't need to keep trying to impress older figures of authority or fall in love with distant people who are involved with someone else. We would acquire a low-resolution map of our neuroses. There would be a little more delay between feeling something and having to act on it. We might even at times simply observe a feeling and do nothing. We could bear to listen. We would no longer cut across and say, "Oh, that reminds me of something," just as another person started to share their story. We would soothe our own wounded egos into silence, look warmly into their eyes and say, "Tell me more, this sounds so interesting." Fewer people would strike us as being either very good or very bad. We would sense the struggle in everyone to keep afloat. We would judge that we were all a mixture of the good-hearted and the egoistic. We would have less of an impulse to stone wrongdoers. We would take measures to stay pessimistic about how things turn out. We would remind ourselves on an hourly basis that all relationships are riven with pain, all business ventures are maddening, and all families are demented. We wouldn't feel so persecuted. This is just how things universally are. It's just that other people carefully omit to speak about it. We would get less hopeful and therefore less bitter and less furious. Of course, things are often slightly disastrous. Of course, we have made some terrible mistakes. Of course, we have been betrayed and treated badly. But it would all start to feel eminently and supremely normal. We would stop lamenting our wrong turns. Yes, we probably did marry the wrong person. We probably did choose the wrong career. Probably we are living in the wrong country and definitely the wrong house. We did invest in useless things. We befriended unworthy sorts. We made awful errors bringing up our children. We neglected our health. We'd be starting to get it right if we lived to be about 1,000 years old or could do half a dozen practice runs. We'd realise that there is no manual on how to live. Everyone is just making it up as they go along. No one is normal, and no one understands more than a bit of anything. We would marvel at the passage of the years. Growing old. What a strange thing to happen to a little boy or girl. We would have been through a sufficient number of summers and winters to know that things do pass eventually. What looks at one time like a mountain will, over the years, be worn down to a pebble. Some of our greatest losses won't even register anymore with time. What we're weeping about today will make no sense a while from now. They say you'll get over it, and you will. We would laugh more richly because we had capitulated to life's darkest truths. This is some of what we might think and feel if we ever became those paragons of true intelligence, emotionally mature people.